Okay, Bruce, you asked for it, and here it is. Um, so I'm logged in. You've been here before. When you log in, you might end up on your dashboard here, and it'll tell you how many total videos that you have. Here's where you are connected to your AWS server, and if you have different folders or whatever that have videos in them, it'll show there. So if you happen to have uploaded a video to AWS because it was more convenient for whatever reason, then it will show here, and then you pick the option and you import, and it'll import them automatically. Otherwise, what you can do is you can click upload video. When you click upload video, it's going to
If
give
you're
you,
going to even think about using
you
video
have
online,
seen
you
this
need
already.
to understand web.
If you've seen this already, then you can click this button. I'm not going to at this point because I want it to appear for you if you haven't seen it. Here's where you choose your file. It's just like anything else. You're going to find a file. Let me see if I can find one that is very small. I'm sure I do. Let's see here. Got a couple intros, I think. Let's see, I did a few very, very little ones for this business. Yes. Little 30-second video here. And I chose it. I'm going to name it. And remember, we're not using spaces or anything like that when we name these, because this is going to be creating a URL. And we don't want any spaces or anything. Always use dashes or underscores. Excuse me, I use dashes because it makes it easier to read for me anyway. So I just called it test 1. And let's see here. New folder. It'll give me a new folder option. This you can use, this is just a name, so you can use the capitals and things like that, spaces there. Okay. I want to host these files from my own server. We don't need to worry about that. And upload. Uploaded successfully. So it's going to take you, when you upload, automatically to the skinning area. And this is a different type of skinning area than you will find. And it says my SWF has crashed, which I don't know why that would be. But anyway, it's working. Chrome is acting up a little bit. Now, here is where you can copy settings from an existing video file. If we have any, it's going to be listed here. If you have settings that have already been created. Now, this is a little, more advanced. You don't need to worry about it. You can just come in and start sifting through the players, whichever one you think looks nice. Remember, usability. Okay, we want people to be able to turn volume up and down. We want people to be able to pause it and perhaps see how long it is. So something simple like that. The same thing, you know, connected, it looks like it's connected to the bottom. You can choose a color if you want, not very necessary. Here's a more clean look. And, you know, you can choose whatever you want, but just remember usability. It's not always fashion. It's, you know, practicality. Is this going to work for the average user who is viewing this video? You can choose your width and height. Allow full screen, sure. Auto buffer, sure. Enable shadows, yes or no. Doesn't really matter, that's just kind of a styling thing. Allow pausing, absolutely. Autoplay, depending on the video, will depend on whether we want it to autoplay. When somebody lands on the screen, do we want the video to start playing? If it's the only video on the screen and it's a sales video, then yes. If it's not, if it's an instructional video, or videos that are on the channel, then of course you do not want to autoplay. And that goes along with that, see? So if you cookie autoplay, then that goes with that. Center the player, sure. Because it's going to be mostly, you know, on the page we want them centered. Pause when focus is lost, not necessarily need to worry about that. Scaling, original, fit, half size. Scale is usually whatever we scale it to here. If you pick this, preserve aspect ratio, that way it's not going to distort the video. So if I change this over here, just like imaging, things like that, if I change this to 600 and then click out of that box, it'll change this to 450. Okay, and that's the scale for that video. Player controls, it's always nice to show on mouse over, much nicer, you know, they disappear. Player background, you can play around with that. It's not necessary. People are used to seeing this. Now we get into some more advanced options. Yes, divide my video into chapters. Chapter title, we'll talk about that in another video. This is something we don't have to worry about right now. Load my video in a lightbox. If you would like your video to pop up in a lightbox, that's not necessary for us right now. Again, let's keep it simple. Do you want to allow people to download your video? Yes or no? Sharing my video. If you add sharing, then this is where we will put your Facebook share, tweet, those types of things, Google Plus. All these will be on rollover. Follow on Facebook, subscribe, your Facebook name, which would be the page title. Allow sharing on Twitter, yes. Allow Google Plus, yes. Sharing on Dig, extra sharing services. I mean, there's a lot of options. And this is kind of, you know, overkill, I think, maybe, but it's up to you. I mean, really, it just depends. I don't know how many of these services other people use that, you know, I mean, they're being used, obviously. So it might be a good idea to leave them all on there for what you're doing. Allow embedding of my video. That's if you want to allow people to, just like a YouTube video, get the code and then put it on their website. We don't really want to do that at this point. After my video, this is where, again, we get into a little bit more advanced features, but after the video, you can open in a new window. You can put a URL in here, and after the video is done playing, a new window will open to take them somewhere else. Display a button. If we're ready for, you know, maybe a sales, buy now, go here, go there. This button is blank, so we can add text to any of those things. Visit the site now if it were on somewhere else. Click here to sign up if you want to send them to a sign up. It depends on where you're going. If you're keeping them on the site, just sending them to a new page, then you wouldn't have to send them open a new window. And really, if you just read through this, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to add some HTML text, which would be like maybe a notice, thank you for watching. Now that you've watched the video, you can put a link in a message or an image or whatever you want. Translucent is transparent. And then again, more and more options with, do you want to use elements in this video? Yes. These are more advanced things. I haven't even used most of these things, so you don't really need to worry about security. Use rotating links. Enable site restriction. Enabling this feature can help to prevent people from copying your embed code and placing the file on their own pages, as the file will only be allowed to play on the domains you list below. Okay, so this can protect it from people grabbing the code through the source. And then finally, you can track. So once you save this skin and all of its settings, then it will go and it'll start playing, or it'll go to the player where you can grab your code. This is the most commonly used code, and the reason this is good is because if you later come back to make changes to this video, which you can do later on, and you save those changes, they will automatically go directly to the website. Huh? Isn't that nice? So, I gotta move my window down here so I can grab and open up your site. Okay, so of course you would probably have your site open already. I'll take a look at these updates later because I'm doing this video now. But let's go to a page. I think we have a test page somewhere. Should have a draft. Affiliate draft will be a test page right here. So let's see what's on this page already. Looks like some video information, which is okay. And we're going to replace these videos because they have all this extra stuff that we don't need now that we're using Easy Video Player. So you just simply Control C. I selected all that just to get rid of it. Control V, and it is saved. It is embedded. Click Update. And let's view this page. Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I probably, because I have some script down here. Okay, so I'm back. I've messed around with this a little bit. For some reason, this isn't showing right now. This is the JavaScript version, remember. And that's okay. I'll figure out what that's all about. It may be because I'm recording, or it may be because Google Shockwave Flash crashed. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to just click on iframe and grab this and put it right up in here. quick update. And then we will run over here. Okay, and there's our video. Looks pretty, doesn't it? Look what happens when they hover. Share this video, and if they click share, then it's going to open up their Facebook dialog box automatically, which they will share on their own timeline. Same thing with Google Plus if they plus it. If they want to tweet it, then they'll get a tweet box, all that kind of cool stuff. And they just post or click on it, and you see the. You can turn it up and down. You can go full screen. You go full screen. Exit. They can jump back. They can move forward. Okay. So that's really it. I'll check on that that embed as far as the JavaScript embed and see why it wasn't playing or why it wasn't showing, and I'll post that to Asana. But either way, these, you know, if you do the iframe, then you'll just have to replace it if you make updates, right? If you do the JavaScript, then it doesn't. So either way, and then when you're done, you just, you know, click continue when you're done grabbing your code, and here's where you can create categories. You can rename the folders so that you can be better organized. This shows what folder you're currently looking at, what files are in it, and then you can get your code again, right? Like if you want to put it on another page, just by clicking there, and it'll take us back to this page where the video is. You can, on any of the videos, if you click on this one, it'll open that folder, and down below we'll have those videos. You can click on change video settings to open up the skinning area, view statistics if you have them set. You can download the video if you want to download it from here and put it on YouTube, for instance, and you can add another video. So again, you once you have the video file in there and you click on video settings, that's where this is where you're going to come. And for this, if we've already created a video, test 1.1 is the one that we created, right? We can apply that same skinning just by clicking that button, and then watch what happens. We get all the same options, the same size. You can change the size if you want. Remember, don't mind this because this is just a preview. And yeah, so that's it. I mean, it's really cool. It's really simple, and it's really easy to use. Once you click save on this one, then it's gonna save and take you right back to where you can get your code. And I'll let you know about the JavaScript code, like I said. This one, and if it doesn't automatically light up, like, because sometimes your browser just does that, and just highlight it all. Use the iframe. Don't need to use this one, but we can use either one of these first two. Okay, so that's really it. It's a very simple thing to do. You can upload you can click on the upload just to upload a video directly. You can find that on your dashboard. We can do split testing, sitemaps. You can add other users. Go to your settings, and you know, once this is set up, you really don't have to worry about a whole lot. We'll put our Facebook app ID so you can do directly to Facebook. What do you want to call the installation? Don't need to worry about that. So yeah, that's it. I'll post this on, or I have posted this by now on the website notes, and that's it.